too red, so it just made me look like a tomato. And I was like, but what if that would be like a cool look?
Yeah, the red
It's
light
like red
next
and
time.
blue.
But I used the blue. Well, I have pink on the other side actually. I used the blue because I thought, with the red, because it was really bright before. Now it's a little bit more color corrected.
All right, we are live. You're hearing us talk about lighting strategies. There's the
So exciting.
two hosts again with everybody, watching the show, helping out. Was able to get a little some lights for the guys and the lady. Sorry.
It's fine. You can call me guys. I accept that. It makes me feel like, I'm really a part.
So, what's up, guys? You already know what it is. It's the Nooner Nation, the podcast for Nooners by Nooners. Tried to get this show going on time, but wild evening in the Schofield house. I've got a 17-year-old basset hound that every time he gets more than 30 seconds alone, he just pisses on the floor.
Oh.
So I cleaned that up, trying to talk my wife down from like just shooting him. And then she thinks she has an appendicitis or something. She's like super bloated and her back hurts and everything she's done all day hasn't helped it. And then kids' bedtime, and we're in the middle of a thunderstorm right now. Chaos on a Thursday, guys.
Gosh, say less, dude. You're stressing me out.
I know. Like my palms are sweating. Like,
quit making your problems my problem.
I know. Sorry, thinking that people care. Just go fuck myself.
It's just Charlie that doesn't.
God.
No. Charlie cares about 3 things: makeup, her cat, and she hasn't told us the other thing yet.
And I never will. So,
The only people, she only says it during sex, but then she murders you afterwards.
They call me the praying mantis.
Yes, the praying mantis or the black widow.
She'll rip your head off under stress.
Have you ever seen like videos of praying mantises? Like,
Yeah, no, they're god-awful creatures. They should not
Okay.
exist.
Seen them with my eyeballs, but I've never seen them doing anything crazy, unfortunately.
Yeah, like they'll like just get hold of stuff and just rip it apart.
Gnarly. I like it. See, I respect crazy stuff like that, though. I like it.
That and those spiders in Australia that'll eat like full-grown birds.
Oh, the ones that live in like fucking holes?
No, I've seen ones like they just have a normal like. If you don't have a scale for it in the picture, it just looks like a normal spider. But then there'll be like a hummingbird stuck in its web, and it's just like eating a fucking hummingbird.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And it's just like on the side of some dude's house, like between his gutter and his soffit, just chilling. Because everything in fucking Australia is there to kill you.
Which is really interesting, of like how it got there, because it's an island.
Yeah, no, it's just where they sent
prisoner
everything
ships.
to die.
Prisoner ships, because so essentially it's just a penal colony. Which is weird because now
But
they're
do
like...
these things really exist anywhere else, though?
I don't know. Maybe that was like the whole point of Australia was like, during evolution or like God doing stuff, if that's your belief. Which is like, well, I accidentally fucked up and made these things. We got to put them somewhere. Oh, I'll just make an island in the middle of fucking nowhere that's almost uninhabitable and just put it all there because nobody's going to want to be there, right?
Well, actually, it's, in the biblically, it's Eve's fault.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it is. If you hadn't had...
Thanks, girl!
It's like the anti-Eden.
That's why I don't let my wife eat apples. Women shouldn't be eating apples. It got us here. Jesus. But at the same
What did I say about that?
But at the same time, if you don't sin, then Jesus technically died for nothing. So
I mean...
Fair enough.
You can say that if you want.
I saw that on a T-shirt in Myrtle Beach one time. Thought it was pretty good.
Of course, it's in Myrtle Beach of all places.
The dirty Myrtle.
I really don't know nothing about Myrtle Beach, but I feel like it would be like, I don't know. Is it a little bit more pretentious people, being like mid New England ish? Like I said, I know nothing about
Like, isn't everything about New England pretty mid?
No. So it's Myrtle Beach is South Carolina, North South Carolina. Um, and it's I'm trying to think of like what you can compare it to that you guys might know. Like I always compared it to like Gatlinburg, but with an ocean. It's just like putt courses and airbrush T-shirts and like replica martial art weapon stores. And at least once a month, there's some sort of uh, like Harley Week, Mustang Week, Hot Rod Week, Monster Truck Week. And somebody
Okay.
ends up getting fucking shot.
I was gonna say, see, Charlie's confused face with the martial arts weapon store shows that she is not very experienced with methamphetamine.
No, we had those in our malls here.
Yeah,
Like,
same the
that's
same,
just
and
that was
the same
everywhere.
places sold like weird like dragon dry ice incense holders, right? And
Yes, yeah. That's like West Texas
and
shit right
it's
there.
called like Warhammer or like
All the
Merlin's
samurai
Merlin's
swords and
Dungeon.
shit. Every now and then you can find a butterfly knife.
Yeah, there's a dude like total neck beard in there, like painting his little figurines for whatever fucking game that is.
Yes, I'm
Uh,
not joking.
oh
There
yeah,
was a store in our mall that was
yeah.
that.
There's a reason why I brought up Warhammer because there's one here in Des Moines in like the kind of defunct mall that like the only thing in there's like that actually works is like there's a pretty dope movie theater that I think is from Texas called Flick's Brew House.
Oh, Flix is great.
Yeah, there's one of those in there.
Alamo Draft House is, so they might have altered the name a bit.
Maybe there's I think Flicks. There's like one in San Antonio. There's a couple of them around Texas, I guess, and I guess maybe one in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
But there's that, and then like an Old Navy, and that's kind of, and then just like a bunch of weird random like cell phone accessory stores, and like a boutique that'll be there for like 3 weeks until like the middle-aged housewife trying to run it runs out of money and has to move out, and but yeah, in there is a like a gaming store called Warhammer. And if you go in there, like it's the most aggressive, like neck beards and trench coats, like talking shit that makes like D&D nerds, like I'm talking like the real D&D people look cool. These guys are just like, what the fuck? I went in there to try to find my wife like the D&D handbook because we have some friends that like D&D, and we were talking about it, and Stacey's kind of interested in like maybe just doing like a quick campaign. I went in there looking for D&D stuff, and I don't know because like D&D is beneath these people, or I'm like a third of what each one of them weighed, or I'm just like they're just not used to having a mildly attractive, well-dressed person come into their store at any point in time. But they just
You
looked
said
at
for your wife.
yeah, wife, wife. You have the sex. I totally
You
have this.
kids?
Yeah, like they're like I have sex all the time. Really, with who? Like, she lives in a different town. You wouldn't know her. Different school.
She works at a different mall, bro. You wouldn't know her.
Yeah, she works at Warhammer Waterloo.
No, it's definitely. We met online on gaming. She's real.
Yeah,
She lives in Canada, bro.
we met on Reddit.
Oh God. Yeah, Reddit.
I met her in the subreddit Dildo Writers. And I knew immediately she's the one for me. Love you, Kitty
As soon
Cat
as I saw her with that
6969.
bad dragon.
Yeah. Her name's she hasn't told me her real name yet, but I just call
You
her.
and Narwhal baconed at midnight.
Yeah,
That's
Well, her name
all
is
I
Dragon
know.
Lover.
yeah, Dragon Lover
42.
6969. She's gonna leave her husband one day.
He just doesn't know it yet, guys.
Doesn't know yet.
Oh,
It's
I
cool.
don't know
It's
if
cool.
Mary will
I
do
sent her dick
that.
pics, and she was like all excited. She had like some dicks are just too big for her, so she really liked mine.
She says she likes the small ones.
Yeah, the big ones hurt. I think I saw a meme today about like how lesbians argue, and it was like, "Was your ex fingers bigger than mine?"
Oh my god, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I've been getting a lot of really, really solid memeage lately, so some of them are like, I tried to post a couple on our the Nooner Nation Instagram feed, and they got taken down. So
I was wondering what that was.
that was one. It was like like a behind the scenes photo of like a videographer filming, like videoing a top view of a dude getting like a double BJ. Like you could see like his cum gutters, you know, and then like the top of two heads, and there's this guy like he's kind of like leaned up against like a kitchen counter, and there's just like this dude with like, you know, headphones on and like a Sony FX30 or something like over top of him, pointing down. And it was like to the real heroes behind the scenes.
Imagine being the cameraman on that one.
So I posted it and tagged Giorgio in it, saying like what Giorgio does on the weekends for extra cash. And there's like, no.
Especially in LA.
The weird thing is I got that from Facebook. I found it on Facebook, but Instagram wouldn't let me post it.
And they're the same fucking company. What the
That's
fuck?
really dumb.
They're the exact
Makes
same
sense.
fucking company. And for the for the audio listeners that are in the middle of a conversation, there's about 3 minutes there before I found out I didn't hit record. It's been a wild afternoon. We won't get back into that. If you want to know, go to the YouTube, which you should be anyways, because cool kids watch it on video. Because you know, hearing our voice is one thing. Seeing our faces and our mannerisms is what really takes it over the edge. Right? I mean, it's so great on YouTube that it actually probably should be on OnlyFans.
It's almost too hot for
What if we
YouTube.
did that? Instead of doing like, if we get to the point where we want to do like a paywall thing, like a Patreon, instead of doing Patreon, we just put it on OnlyFans. We just tell
I
everybody,
mean,
like,
it
yeah,
could
we're
work.
I'm
You
on
can go live
OnlyFans.
on that.
I'll show my feet for that.
All right, so that's going to be Nooner Nation on Patreon, on OnlyFans. But I think there
mean,
is, right? It's like, I know there's I don't know if you guys have seen the Creed, like the first Creed movie.
I can do it just a
The,
little now.
The guy he fights at the end, who's like an actual boxer. Oh,
All right, there's a toe, guys.
Woo!
There's a toe. All right, sorry, Bill.
I should have had some music queued up. Pointing.
No. It's better to be a surprise.
Oh, see, there you go. Go to YouTube to see Charlie's foot. Actually, it wasn't their whole foot. It was like 3 toes
Profile?
in the corner, and I think you saw the knuckle of the big toe.
You saw the tip.
You saw the tip.
Maybe
She
tip.
just threw the tip in for you guys.
Just the tip, guys.
Chris
Gotta
Beer,
soak it every so often.
Chris Beerworth in the chat says I shaved my beehole for this, as you should. I
You
mean,
better not be coming here without a shaved beehole.
yeah.
We
There's-
do
funny enough-
appreciate a nice manscape.
Funny enough, Eskimo Brothers, question is, did Bill remember to hit record on this episode? No, the fuck I didn't until about 3 minutes in. So, one day we'll get there. Or maybe that just could be a running bit on this, you know? Force people to the video show because the audio gets fucked up. So, it's what it is. You saw Charlie's toes. I guess we're going to start an OnlyFans, you know? I'm sure there's a boxer, like I was saying, who announced he was starting an OnlyFans, and people like went nuts about it. And then it turns out it's just him doing like boxing drill, like showing you boxing drills and shit. Like,
So he's like the YouTube, the Pornhub comment section, basically. He's like super wholesome with his content.
I guess, yeah, but
Pornhub comment section is great though.
it does get pretty
Honestly.
interesting. We'll have to do something one day where we like just read out comment sections from Pornhub.
Oh, I saw one where this dude was like, "Hey, I need help with this equation," and he had all the people like helping him with his math, and I'm like, "This is really a beautiful thing."
Oh yeah.
That would be
They're like,
great.
no, my brother in Christ, carry the 2.
No, what really gets me though is the like serious comments. Like, you know, it was like, oh, like her last video was great. I didn't think she could top her last video until this one. Great
They're like
cinematography.
critics.
Angles like, whoa. Like, I don't know what you're doing when you watch these videos. I'm definitely not thinking about what comment I'm going to leave rating it afterwards. Because if I get to
Fucking
that,
porn critic over
if
here.
I get to that point where I'm like clear enough headed to leave a comment, post nut clarity is kicked in. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here because this is weird. You know,
They care about the quality of their porn.
hey, they do porn experts.
Man of class and taste, right?
I guess so. I know, like, being in the porn industry, like not one of the talent, but anybody in like the crew or editing. I've heard editing. A lot of people say like porn editors are some of the most depressed people on the planet.
Yeah, no, they just watch porn all day.
I couldn't imagine.
Not just porn, but you're also watching like they're the ones creating the edited porn. They're seeing like all the bloopers and all this the kind of like
the sad parts.
the sad
that
parts
no
where
one
it's like
talks about.
Tony can't get it up, fluffer, stop, bring in the fluffer, and he's over there like, I don't know what I'm doing, and the girl's
Give
like,
him more Viagra.
girl's like, if he can't get it up, I'm going the fuck home, like wasting my time. I didn't like fucking put lube all the way up my ass for him not get hard over this. Like, come on, Tony. Jeez. So imagine
Talking
having
about
to edit
peeking
all
behind
that
the curtain,
stuff out.
right?
Yeah. Imagine trying to edit all that shit all day, every day. God.
Oh God.
Then you have to go home and try to have sex with somebody, and you're like, no.
Ugh. Yeah.
I would not even be into sex at that point.
Of course, Womb Raider would know the Reddit subreddit. So yeah, r/Pornhub comments is great. I think he just has this like spreadsheet of topics cross-referenced to subreddits. Because every time somebody like subreddit,
It's an iceberg.
Yeah.
It's the drugs. The drugs have just created an amazing connection with his brain synapses.
Yeah, he kind of has like Dan Holloway's autism, but for subreddits.
And degeneracy subreddits, to be more specific. It's beautiful.
It's definitely not like shit like how to fix your Xbox subreddits or anything like that. It's just like, oh, you want to know exactly where to find pictures of, I don't know, an Asian cello player's butthole? Subreddit. Asian cello player buttholes. Like...
Oh my gosh!
Found
No,
this-
it would be something wackier than that.
Found this gym in August of 19, or was it August of 2019? Noted. Gotta check out subreddit hairy gymnasts.
It's the mushrooms.
He said it's the mushrooms.
Right? They're just reconnecting all of the synapses in his brain, repairing it.
Could be. But the dude, love you, Womb, but I don't trust you to pull out of your own driveway at this point. So, sometimes the Lord gives and then takes away. It's a sliding scale. You can't have it all. You can have, a huge breadth of subreddit knowledge, but then you're going to have a weak pull-out game. So, that's just the way it is. Speaking, Segway Sally over here, like I set that up. Imagine getting cream pied by a 79-year-old.
Who fucked Biden?
No.
A 79-year-old with how many millions of dollars?
See, so
how many people adore him in the world?
in the news, Robert De Niro, the actor, 79, is expecting his 7th child with the third lady.
I thought it was born.
No, I think they just announced the pregnancy, right?
Oh, okay, cool. I was like,
Was
holy
it born?
born.
Was it born? Either way. Like, for one.
Because that's public knowledge, birth, so it would be in the newspapers.
So, yeah, imagine that. Like, first off, the first thing I think anytime I hear anything about pregnancies or babies, I'm just like, oh, so somebody got nutted in, right?
I think
More
it's
than once,
nasty.
more than once, because I know like cream pie. I'm sure Womb's gonna have a subreddit for this. Like people love like cream pie stuff, and I guess like when you're seeing it on a screen's one thing. In real life, it's messy. Like it's a lot of like, hold on, don't pull it out yet. Let me find a shirt so we don't get cum all over the sheets. It's not like in the movies. At least in my experiences, where you just like the girl just like gets up and walks to the bathroom.
I mean, you can penguin it.
I guess. And then then he does also the penguin, like while you're in the bathroom, like cleaning it up, he penguins in and like lays a pebble at your feet.
I mean, that's only if he wants to be with you for the rest of his life. That's a very serious commitment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
wouldn't do that for just any waddler.
Penguins got off easy. They just got to find a fucking rock. Like around here, you got to find a rock, right? Like you got to find that fucking diamond for that shit.
I mean, it's all made up, but yeah,
It
if you
is.
want to follow that.
I'll give a bitch a regular rock. I don't give a fuck.
I know. I had.
I worked at a jewelry store. It's all it. If you walk into a jewelry store, you're getting butt fucked. Just know
Go to a
that.
thrift shop.
I mean, I've been in jewelry stores a lot, and never had anything inserted in my asshole
Or not as
that wasn't there when I walked in.
I mean, it's metaphorical, but if you want to go there, you can shove that ring up your ass. No, I'm just kidding. But
do you
no,
think
buy
somebody-
fake, don't buy
Oh,
real. It's so completely
Or pawn shops.
inflated. Like, well, not even inflated, marked up. They're making half the money off of you, if not more. It's
Yeah.
not worth
Oh, yeah.
getting anything real.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
don't do it.
So
Other than like the band, get a gold band. Don't get platinum. That shit dulls like aluminum. Don't go for anything like don't fucking do that. Get a fake ring. Get
Jake, you're in luck.
zirconia or
in the
a
chat, Evil Ginger
sapphire.
says I like rocks,
Ooh.
but I wonder if she's saying like I like rocks.
Oh. Maybe crystals. I know she's pretty witchy. So.
What kind of Tyrone Bigums? What kind of rocks do you like?
I don't know if I could afford amethyst because, like, I know she's one of those witchy gals. You know.
Well, so I have a friend when she got engaged, she picked out like an opal ring. And we're like, oh, opal. He's like, yeah, like I won't say her husband's name, but like he was like really excited, thought it was cool. I was like, yeah, I bet he was excited because know what opal isn't? A fucking diamond.
It can be pretty expensive depending what kind of opal you're getting, though.
So
I've seen some decently expensive. I mean, but for your finger, relatively speaking, it's not going to be anywhere near as much.
right. So
Like,
I mean-
black opal's really expensive, right?
Do what?
Black opal's really expensive.
I don't know about that, but like we had a trunk show of opal, and it was mined from Australia, and it was called like fire opal because it looked like it had flames in it. So but that shit was not cheap.
and being from
It was
Australia, it'll
gorgeous.
probably kill you.
Yeah.
So,
So it was called fire.
It was actually,
it's
on fire.
Yeah. It actually, once it touches your skin, something like some chemical compound in the opal just burns your skin off. But so, do you think, talking about getting butt fucked in a jewelry store, there has to be at least more than one, like Tiffany's diamond bejeweled butt plug in the world, right?
Oh, for sure. There has to be a Tiffany silver butt plug somewhere out there
Yeah.
because there's a Tiffany silver toothbrush that came with the Nikes. Yeah, there's a silver whistle and a silver toothbrush.
So-
I do
So
know
those
Eminem got Elton John a diamond encrusted cock ring, and that might have been Tiffany's for his wedding present. He actually got him
Oh,
two
I mean-
matching cock rings.
I mean, if you're buying somebody a sex gift
Isn't his?
and you got the money, like you're going to Tiffany's, right? Well, for one, it's a flex that you got it from Tiffany's, and then you're also just flexing on Tiffany's that you have enough money to be like, I want a Tiffany's silver with diamonds, you know, on the showy bit of the butt plug.
Well, the only thing about silver is that you have to keep it polished, or else it tarnishes.
Well, yeah,
So it is
polish it.
something.
Yeah, you know what polishes?
Polish with your mouth.
But polishes things like abrasiveness
that
over and
works.
over. So sliding it in and out of somebody's butthole is going to keep it polished, right?
No.
You put instead of like Astroglide, you put like polishing compound. Just slide it
Oh
right in.
god. It's definitely not meant for your orifices. Don't do that. Don't listen to that, people.
So
Listen-
Lloyd says he only buys blood diamonds, as you should, because you're keeping
You
those
can probably find.
you're keeping those children employed. Okay.
I was gonna say you could probably find blood opals too.
What if it's like
I mean, look at Batman's parents. You can find blood anything if
Yeah.
you really want to try hard enough.
I know. Well, is there like a market for like blood cubic zirconia? Like, man, normal ones are too expensive. Let's have some kids in a lab, just like making them under like, with some dude with an AK-47 watching them.
It's like we murdered all the children that made these cubic zirconia. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
But here's the thing: if people don't buy blood diamonds, there's no demand for people digging them up, which means they're just gonna. You're essentially, if you're not buying blood diamonds, you are murdering children in Africa.
Yeah, they don't.
Because if they're not going to work, these warlords aren't going to like feed them and shit. They're going to shoot them.
If they don't sell the diamonds, they can't afford to feed the kids. All right. You are helping these children.
And then the kids just start eating the diamonds.
I'm not getting behind this, you assholes.
And then the kids start eating the diamonds, and then they find a new market where instead of like the coffee that like those weird monkey things eat, like and shit it out, the kids they start force feeding kids diamonds to shit them out, and then now you have shit diamonds, or the hot new thing, like
shit blood diamonds.
Shitty bloody diamonds.
Yeah, bloody shit diamonds.
I bet you that's what's in the king's crown.
What is
Probably.
that? Technically adrenochrome too, since
Yeah.
it's in the young children's blood.
Yep. See, there you go. New market in the world we just introduced. So
We
Hey,
found
King
out
Charles.
what the world elite is
yeah.
starting.
I don't know if the English would do that. It'd be more of a Dutch thing.
It's the world elite.
Yeah.
We're
not-
Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah, it'd be like, oh, I have a blood diamond. It's like, oh, really? Because my wife's ring was a blood diamond, and then like a child was forced to swallow it, digest it, shit it out, pick it out himself, clean it, and then give it to us to sell.
Good lord.
Kind of hard to top that one. Or either that, or you find like they find like some village virgin and just force feed her a shit ton of diamonds, and then when she dies, they cut her open and pull them all out.
Whoa.
We're getting dark
What about-
tonight, y'all.
The ones that get into the intestine are like more valuable because they pass through than the ones that just stay in the stomach.
I think the ones that stay in the stomach would be more valuable because they like the acid burns away the like
Yeah, the
imperfections
impurities.
of
Well, that's
it.
because they got away from the acid. It symbolizes that it will make it through instead of staying,
Ooh.
showing that the relationship, the marriage, will make it through all the rough patches.
Damn.
that they
Yeah.
might.
There you go.
It's symbolic.
So yeah, who's the dude down there? Coney? If you're listening to this, I want to cut. It was our idea. Nothing big, because we know it's gonna be a big market. I don't know, like I'll take 3% to just keep my name out of it, right?
I completely forgot all about that Coney stuff. I barely even knew exactly what was going on, but I just remember people being all up in arms about it. Posters all over the place.
I know. I thought they were talking about like hot dogs from New Jersey.
I thought it was someone running for president.
I don't know.
So
They
s-
almost did make those posters look like that, and it's like, what are we doing here?
So
'Cause
somehow,
it's like the year, and it's just like, what? Why would you make it like look like that?
we got away from Robert De Niro blowing loads and a chick to us figuring out that the best diamonds in the world are cut out of a virgin's stomach.
You know what? It happens. It's Robert De Niro.
You know what? No, I bet Robert De Niro's getting that kid, like as a, remember me by this, because you're not going to remember me because he's going to be dead before that kid's even out of diapers. It's like, you know what I got you? I got you a blood, feces, virgin stomach diamond.
To be fair, he could live to be fucking 99, so that could be 20 years old.
I mean, living, like being alive is one thing, but really living, you know.
My grandmother lived till 93, and she was like that.
Yeah, but she's not like out in the yard playing catch with you.
She could have. I'm not even fucking kidding you. She stayed very spry.
Well, yeah, and she was like
Every now and then.
she's
Every now and then.
she's probably like a hard West Texas broad. We're talking about Robert De Niro, great actor, not a hard dude, right?
I mean, he's shorter than me, so
Actually, my grandmother lived a very like leisurely life. She painted and like did
Yeah, probably got
whatever
like
the fuck she
high,
wanted,
drank,
so.
you know, made
No,
made coffee with a horseshoe in it.
very. Oh, she might have done that. But she was very straight. No drink, no smoke. But she still died of esophageal cancer.
Ah, yes. The silent killer.
Right? So I was like, oh, that's fun. I get to look out for that too in my future. But if I get to live to 93, I'm gonna be so fucking mad.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
I
God.
know.
will.
If you're like 93, it's like, well, you have esophageal cancer. It's like, how fast? How fast is it going to take me out? It's been enough. I've had enough time.
It's like,
Get me out of here.
can you make it grow faster?
Dude.
Yeah, we were
I
talking.
mean, if I had her life, maybe. But, like, fuck. That's so old. I just. That just sounds so miserable.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Ugh.
No.
I'd
And,
rather Kevorkian myself, man.
and imagine being like that old, but your brain's still like very like going at it, and you still like I want to do this, I want to do this, like, or you still have like a hyper sex drive, but you're just too old to do anything about what you're gonna
can't.
fucking do.
Oh, that'd be
That
miserable.
might be how some old people are that don't have any, like,
You think that's why they
illnesses
just
or.
sit there silent all the time? Just fuck.
I mean, just look at nursing homes. That's like huge STD, outbreaks. So it still happens to those who can. So it doesn't
I know,
stop.
but just
Like,
imagine being like
age
that
is only a
94-year-old
number.
in the corner, like they just set you there during the
So do you think-
geriatric orgy, and you're just like, oh, I want to join, but you can't. You just can't. Like your mouth doesn't even move anymore.
Do you think Robert De Niro might have more kids then?
I don't know. He
It's
obviously
very possible.
he's
He
obviously
could
not
have kids
pulling
up until
out.
the day he dies. This is how men are. They never stop producing sperm. As long as he can jizz, he can have children.
But so I mean, and I know you said like, yeah, he's worth millions. He is, but he's not worth like this kid isn't like gonna get, $100 million when De Niro dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Plus,
not
there's
saying
8
that,
kids.
but the kid will
Dad,
have
Dad
like a
might break
decent.
him off a solid like 500 grand or something.
Yeah, but he's gonna be able to go to decent schools and play sports, and like living in a decent home won't be an issue. Is what I mean by that. He'll have a decent upbringing. Like, he'll have to make his own life just like everyone else does. And that's what apparently some celebrities who have millions of dollars, like Bill Gates, like he's apparently not donating shit to his kids.
No, he's giving them each.
So-
Well, he's giving them very little compared to his net worth, but I think it's like 100 million each.
Granted, for how they, I mean, I don't know if you can squander that, but
Oh, I'm sure you could if you.
Oh,
Well,
I bet you can.
I
Well,
mean, just
fucking-
think about with the taxes, you buy things and just maintenance for these houses that they buy. It's a lot, so it can.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, $100 million you can blow pretty quick. Jules' mom stole $150 million from her. So.
Really, I didn't.
Have you
I
ever
don't
seen
know
that?
anything about her story.
I didn't know either until she was on Rogan, and everybody's like, "You have to watch this Rogan episode with Jewel," and I was like, "With Jewel? Like, yeah, okay, like she's, very talented artist and songwriter." Yeah, she talks about. For one, I didn't know her family was like had the show in Alaska. Like they're
I
like
knew they were from Alaska. I
they're
didn't
like
know they had a show.
homesteaders in Alaska. Her dad
had a
and
show?
brothers. Yeah, it's
Oh,
I
wow.
think it's called like Homesteading Alaska or some shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was them?
Yeah, that's her dad and her brothers, and then
Well, no wonder she could live in her car so well.
so then yeah, then she's like in
She
San
had to
Diego.
live.
She's like 18, living in San Diego, like playing in some coffee shop, and like Sony finds her and offers her like $1 million advance to sign with them, and she's
God
literally
damn.
living in her car, like living off of tips she gets from playing at this coffee shop. I guess goes and starts researching how like to a library of all places, because those still exist, and
I mean, this was in the 90s,
The
so we
90s.
didn't have phones. The internet didn't exist.
so she like just looked up like how these contracts work and realized like, oh, an advance isn't like they're not just giving me $1 million, like I have to pay them back. So she declined it, and then like on her own without an agent with Sony Records negotiated like the highest back end deal of any artist in history,
Whoa.
and it just paid off. And then she brought her mom on. Like, it's crazy. Like, her mom like left, like fucked off when she was like a kid, and didn't know where she's at. And then all of a sudden, like, mom shows back up in the picture, becomes her manager, and then like somewhere like a ways down the career path, she's involved in some like petty lawsuit kind of thing. That's like the settlement's like $3 million. Jules like, I make so much money, but I don't ever really spend any money. So like, just whatever, write him a check. And the mom's like, well, you don't have $3 million.
Whoa.
And she's like, what do you mean you don't have $3 million? And sorry, the audio just got clear all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
So I thought my mic went out. But anyway, so, and yeah, Jules like, what do you mean I don't have like $3 million? And the mom just like gets up and she's like, we should probably talk to lawyers, and just like walks out. And it turns out her mom had been stealing from her like the whole time.
Holy shit.
And not only had stolen upwards what they can figure out over $150 million from her that they don't know where it went. She used Jules' identity and got Jewel into another $3 million in debt.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a fucking wild episode. Like, go watch it.
I'm going to have to go back and listen to that
It's one of the few episodes where somebody's talking about something and even Joe Rogan was like, wait, what? Oh, there it went again. But yeah, even like Joe Rogan, like 1,000 episodes in, was just like dumbfounded. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, usually his episodes where it's like that are crazy fucking shit. And it's actually crazy to hear him do an interview like that, because people feel so comfortable talking to him. He just gets so much more than they'd give anybody else.
Oh, his first question was like, is your mom still alive? And she's like, yeah, somewhere. I don't know where she is. And Joe's like, I would have that bitch murdered.
At least he's honest.
But yeah, so like she had to like claw her. That's why she ended up like, probably I don't know, 2012, something like that. She ended up like going back on tour because she realized like, oh, my mom stole all my money and I'm fucking broke.
That's
like, I think the only thing that saved her was like stock investments and shit that her mom like couldn't do anything with. But real estate.
It's insane how much family can fuck you over.
Oh yeah, you hear that story all the time. Like Macaulay Culkin and his parents like fuck him pretty good before Michael Jackson
like
fucked
that
him
one
really
kid
good.
from the Charlie Chaplin movies, right? His parents stole all his money.
There's a kid in Charlie Chaplin movies?
Yeah, no, there's like a little kid in Charlie Chaplin movies.
Oh.
And it's kind of the reason why they have laws for child stars, that like a portion of their income has to be put aside for their like life after they grow up.
Oh. Didn't know that. Jake, noted Charlie Chaplin enthusiast. I don't know if I've ever seen more than 30 seconds of the actual Charlie Chaplin. I've seen him like portrayed in other things.
Yeah, no, I saw like a clip about it on Instagram because I guess some former child star, the one who played Chunk in the Goonies, is trying to push for more kids to get more money out of acting when they're younger, instead of their parents fucking blowing it all.
Oh, so Chunk's broke is essentially where that's going.
Yeah, Chunk is probably broke.
Yeah, maybe he's out. He's like on Fremont Street now doing the truffle shuffle for $5.
But he's skinny.
Yeah, he's got to wear a fat suit.
Oh gosh, that's so sad.
I don't know if he's actually doing that, Charlie. I'm just saying.
Well, no, just thinking about that though. But just the fact that it's all very sad that parents will take advantage of their children like that. But
Oh, always.
I've had friends I grew up with have their parents do that, and they didn't have hardly anything, and their parents still stole from
Oh, well,
them.
you always hear about like,
Very sad.
like somebody turns like 18 or is in college trying to get like a credit card, or some young person who like has never had a credit card goes to like buy a car or something. Like, oh, you have like a 200 credit score. Like, what? Why? And it turns out like their parents were like opening up credit card accounts and shit in their names.
Yeah, that's really fucked up right there for sure.
So,
Ugh.
yeah. Is it, or is the credit system fucked up?
I mean, that's a different conversation, but yes, it's fucked up.
Lloyd said the parents needed that money. Yeah, they do. What's the point of having a talented kid if you can't reap the rewards?
Imagine how much it costs to feed that kid.
I mean,
This is true. Chunk was a large fella.
A biggin.
I saw that's another meme I saw where it was like, my friend, people that eat ass are retarded, and then it flashes to Sloth, like, hey you guys, me, and it's like Sloth, like, hey you guys. So, also speaking of retarded, one thing I had to bring up because it is so retarded. Have you seen the trailer for the Meg 2
no,
What?
and I'd rather
with
not.
Jason Statham? Did you ever see the first movie?
I
No.
did see that one.
So they're making a sequel. And just when I thought the first movie, I watched the first movie like
I
this.
thought they killed it. Did they not?
It's like Jaws.
There's
It blew
no,
up,
they've-
but there's a baby.
There's another one. Now there's 3 more that they're fighting off.
It's family.
Yeah, this time it's for family. Yeah, back with a vengeance. No, this one's called Meg 2, The Trench.
Oh my
trench, so-
gosh.
Oh, but it.
So they're just like doing kaiju shit now?
I don't know. Like it. Even the trailer, I'm just like this. If they're being serious about this, it's insane. Like I almost think they're just marketing it as an incredible piece of shit, just with Jason Statham in it.
It's a scary shark movie.
It doesn't even
It's
look
meant to
scary.
be bad.
It
Is
doesn't
that
even
the
look
point of
fucking
it?
scary.
Okay.
Deep
one
Blue
of
Sea.
the-
Deep Blue Sea was a good shark movie.
Okay,
right?
Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea is one of my favorite movies ever. But I was going to say, shitty shark movies are the best movies to drink and make a drinking game to
Oh,
them.
like Jaws 3. You ever seen that one?
Yes.
Jaws 3D, where he's in SeaWorld? If you haven't seen
And,
it,
like-
Jake, have you seen that? Have you seen Jaws
Yes,
3D?
that one is fucking
Sharks
amazing.
going towards them,
And
and
they're like,
its tail isn't
"No,
moving.
No. And they're like, yeah, they're like flashes to the shark. It's obviously just like a picture of a shark on a green screen or some shit.
And then there's the
And
space,
it
like
flashes back,
the
they're like,
underwater submarine that they're in.
Yeah. And they just like
It's
back,
like a fucking bad green screen, just like
yeah, and they're just like back and forth with this shark not moving, and them going in slow motion like no
And
shark.
then the black
no.
guy's the first to die, and it's just like, are you fucking?
I think it was Luke
serious?
Gossett Jr., wasn't it?
I don't remember, but I think the same thing happens.
Famous for
in,
his, Iron
Deep
Eagle.
Blue Sea too.
Oh, well, he wasn't the first to die, but he definitely
I
died.
think he is the first to die.
No, the first one to die technically is it'd be a toss-up between the helicopter pilots and Janice Soprano up in the control tower because it explodes. So depending on who died first from the explosion, and then it would be
Well,
Skarsgård.
damn it! Shut the fuck up.
Then it'd be Skarsgård who gets like just face planted into that glass, right?
All right, fine. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. You're right.
So then, yeah.
I thought it was your favorite movie. What the fuck?
And then,
That doesn't mean I've seen it recently.
and then you have Sharknado. You know, Sharknado's a good one. Have you seen the new one? I'm pretty sure this is real. Zombie
No, two-headed
tsunami.
shark is way better than like
Two-headed shark or
Sharknado.
ghost shark. Have you
I
seen-
mean, like worse than Sharknado. I mean, like bad.
well, have you seen
Shark-
Sharknado or not Sharknado? Sorry, Ghost Shark on Sci-Fi.
No.
The people are getting
No,
eaten
on
by
Sci-Fi?
yeah on the Sci-Fi network. Like we're, so I think pretty sure that's Sharknado's on Sci-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just only have streaming stuff. Are you talking about like cable, like the?
Yeah, Sci-Fi, the channel, like on cable. They had a
yes,
they
I
had
don't have
Ghost
that.
Shark, where like this island is haunted by a ghost shark that eats people.
Oh, I might have seen a commercial for that though. That kind of sounds. Yes, shit like
Sounds
that.
really good.
So in Two-Headed Shark Attack, Brooke Hogan is in that movie.
Oh yeah, she's the hot one in the movie, huh? Brooke Hogan.
It's amazing, and then there's like three-headed shark attack, and they've continued it. It's amazing, and it's really easy to follow. Like remember the rules. So like anytime someone dies, anytime you see the shark, you take a drink.
So, okay, adding
It's
this
so
to the
much
list of
fun.
Patreon, oh, sorry, OnlyFans ideas. Drinking game where we watch along with, what did you say, two-headed shark?
Two-headed shark attack, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, there we go. But yeah, go to YouTube and watch the Meg 2 trailer. And, yeah, you'll, like, whoever wrote that movie and greenlit it, like, rode a short bus to school for sure.
It makes you wonder, honestly, what
Like they
what is
tried,
it?
I think they tried to save it or make
Zombie
it more
beavers. That's a
zombie
good one.
beavers.
Zombie Beavers is great.
I've seen
Okay?
zombie strippers, isn't that the same thing?
I love zombie strippers. I watched that. My dad rented that, and we watched that as a family.
Yeah, who's like the main zombie in that? Was it
Jenna Jameson.
yeah. Yeah, before
Robert Englund is in it too.
Yep.
Freddy Krueger.
Yep, I remember it. We had we may or may not have had one of those boxes where you can get like premium cable channels for not paying for them. I remember watching that.
Hey, statute of limitations on that one's gone. You
Probably.
can admit that already.
Probably. But yeah, I remember watching zombie strippers, I think like maybe early high school. Woom says Brooke Hogan's still hot.
I mean, I always thought she was super hot.
She's
Yeah.
maybe a little broad shouldered, but
I mean, she was tall. She was tall.
remember
I mean, her dad is walking testosterone, so
remember her singing career?
Ugh.
Brooke Hogan with Paul Wow. She did that song with Paul Wow.
That was bad. Oh, didn't she have like the grill too?
Well, we all had grills back then. I had a grill. I had a grill in high school.
I wanted one of those fake ones so bad.
No, I had like a real one on the top that had number one playa etched in it.
Of course it fucking did.
That's what happens when you like make a 17-year-old a professional at the like dipshit sport he is playing and give him enough money to go to his aunt who runs a jewelry store to make him a grill.
Do you still have it?
I do not. Wouldn't even fit anymore.
Oh gosh.
No, what's really sad? No, what's really sad about it? It was custom made to fit over my braces.
Oh god,
What the fuck?
that's fucking beautiful.
It was essentially like a flexible retainer that was like coated with like soft gold.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been ridiculous pretty much my entire life.
I mean, if you
I might bring
can,
it
why
back.
not?
I might bring it back. I might have to go get a fucking grill.
Is there pictures of this?
There's probably not, because there wasn't a lot of there wasn't cell phone cameras or anything then. So
Okay. Damn.
no, I'm trying to think. Because people were asking me like, oh, like pics from high school. Like I don't have a lot of them. I don't even have a yearbook because I was like, fuck that. I was like, you're not gonna get a yearbook? I was like, no, because anybody I want to remember, I will. People that don't want to remember, I'm not gonna. You know. And plus, I totally forgot to get my senior picture taken for the yearbook, and then I totally forgot to go to the makeup day for people that forgot the first one. So it literally was just a picture of our mascot, Go Eagles. And then my senior quote was, "Don't forget senior pictures."
How did you forget the day?
I smoked
They
a
did it-
lot. I smoked a lot of weed back then.
So did you skip the class that?
No, because like it was like you had to go in on like a Saturday, like for senior pictures, because you had like they did like the whole cap and gown thing.
Oh yeah, they did all the lame
So
shit.
like
we had to schedule
you had to go
ours.
in like on a Saturday or something, and then the makeup day was like 6 a.m. on Monday. And just like no.
Oh my gosh, no, yeah, my tiny school did not do that. It was like all regular, like you go during a certain period
No, no,
in a
no.
class and you get your picture taken.
And
Like we didn't do.
it was also like we did like semesters, you know, like well, I guess everybody maybe does semesters, but my second semester I only had like one class on campus. Like so I essentially had already graduated. So it was like fuck it, like I don't know, I was like pretty much I'd already graduated high school. Like I knew I wasn't going to a 4-year university. I'm going to the community college. Uh, you know, I was smoking a lot of weed, having a lot of sex with my girlfriend back then. What up? And I had a gold grill that said #1 play on it. So like what the fuck do I need to go take senior pictures for? I am peak living at that point.
Right. Fuck pictures.
Seizing the fucking day over here.
Yeah, carpe the diem, bruh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my school had like rules in place where you couldn't do shit like that, and that's why, because they had so many kids take advantage, and they were like, "We're just gonna nip this in the bud and make sure you can't do it." Because I had 3 classes when my senior year, but
Did you have the same 3 all year though?
it was yeah, pretty much. There was one class I had to take the first semester, but it was only a 1 semester class. It was speech,
Oh.
and then it became 3. So
I
yeah,
know
but it was the
like
same. It was like
speech.
English, my DECA class, and that because that's how I could leave because I had to be in a work program to leave. Like, if you're not working, you have to be at school all 8 periods. Like in my school, they were very strict.
Oh, you see, ours was you had 4 classes every semester, and they're like an hour and a half each. So you had 4 classes during the day. Then my second semester of senior year, I had you can go take if you were a senior, you could take classes for free at the community college, like even if it's during school, and you get credit for it for high school. So I did that. I think I did that the first 2 periods, and I had to go for third period, and then like your thing, fourth period, I had like essentially like work release. So, but also like I was going to class at a community college. Like, do you think they didn't give a fuck if I showed up to class or not?
Yeah, yeah. See, y- our school did that too, but it was the high school teachers that
Mm,
they were the college professors, but it counted as college credit. But you had to be at the school. Like I do remember some people having to go to the college, but I think they also were like, nope, because the kids
yeah.
they like these high school kids don't need that much independence. They will stay in school. So yeah, our administration was on their shit when it came to our bullshit.
See, ours. I don't
But
know.
it was a tiny town; they could do
Oh,
that.
true. I don't know if ours wasn't on their shit or if there's like whatever. I don't know. I got caught skipping class one day by my dad because I worked at a car wash, and like I skipped like the last half of the day just to go work, and he came through the car wash as I was working, and he's like, why aren't you in school? And I was like, I don't know, I'm working. And he's like, okay, but like maybe tomorrow let's not do this.
And that's one thing, because like you're literally at a job, you're not fucking around,
And then I was like, hey,
walking around
you're not gonna
town.
tip me? Like, come on, bro. I'm missing school for this. So, but yeah, man, another episode where we just
Get
get
off the
weird,
rails.
get off the rails. So,
What are even rails, alright? Other than the rails that we all know.
yeah, the ones you do off of a stripper's butt. Which I
Sometimes you get off of that. Sometimes you just want to, enjoy the scenery a little bit.
maybe, yeah,
Sometimes you sniff keys.
yeah. Fun fact, I've
Fucking
never,
And like enjoy the stripper's ass a little bit more, other
yeah,
than just.
you take a straw, do like suck in the rail off the stripper's butt, swish it around your mouth a little bit, and then spit it all back through the straw into the stripper's butt.
Fuck yeah.
That's how cocaine
Sounds
works,
like a
right?
Saturday
I don't know.
night.
I've never actually done cocaine, so I don't really
Sounds
know.
like a lot of steps, and I'm not sure they would work.
I don't
I
know.
have heard feels like a turd going down your throat.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
you might be able to like cough it out once you have that feeling.
Yeah, the closest thing I ever did to cocaine was I think I snorted a pixie stick in 8th grade.
I've never
Again, I've always been a
snorted
weird guy.
anything.
At least it was better than the kid I knew who snorted hot chocolate. All right. That one was fucked up.
Oh no. Was it like super hot?
No, it was hot chocolate powder.
Oh my god.
Like, he just did a rail of Swiss Miss because he was the kid that would snort anything. It was fucking hilarious.
Wow. Yeah, I was just like, man, I ain't got time to digest this sugar. I'm taking it to the dome. All right.
Straight to the face.
Doming this stick, bruh. And then I went and shotgunned a Surge. Cause I'd be wild like that. I remember the first like kind of party I ever went to was like 7th grade. You know, like spin the bottle shit, and we all thought we were like dope because somebody brought in like a 6-pack of Red Bull.
Aww.
We're like, we're getting fucking wild tonight. We're gonna do some Red Bull, and was 7 Seconds in Heaven. Then we're playing Spin the Bottle, bruh. By the end of the night, I'm touching Jessica's titty by the end of the night. Watch me. Watch me.
I remember I showed up to a little party in the 8th grade for a friend I had grown up with my entire life, and it was when I started getting into my gothic phase. And so me and my little gothic girlfriend showed up, and there was this guy he fell in love with me that night, and he always had a crush on me ever since then. He followed me around like a puppy the whole night, and then my friend's mom hated me from that day on, thinking that I was a devil worshiper
Oh, of course.
because
Right?
I was wearing
You devil worshipping harlot! Get out of my home!
at 13 years old.
Yeah. Black lipstick. That girl's a slut.
No, it wasn't even black.
Crucify her!
Like I was wearing like a red plaid skirt, or it might have been my friend's skirt that was yellow plaid with like zippers on it, and I was pretty sure I was wearing a Under Armour turtleneck long sleeve shirt with it that was like skin tight.
Okay.
Because I would just wear the Under Armour by itself that was like skin tight.
Well, yeah.
Because, you know, Charlie didn't give a fuck back when she was in high school. And, which was funny because I started doing that, and then I saw all these little other girls doing that too.
Oh.
One of them fucking hated me and talked so much shit about me, and I was like,
Oh, she loved you.
That means she was jealous of you.
I guess,
Teenage
but
girls, the most vicious species on the planet, by the way.
she called me a slut, but she was the one that was like banging the whole football team, and it's just like, what? I'm
Oh,
a
yeah?
virgin, you ass. Like,
Yeah.
what?
She was all
She was projecting a lot.
she was all Holly hand jobs underneath the fucking bleachers.
Dude, it's actually really sad how many girls did shit like that with guys and admitted it was only for them to like them or for popularity or just to feel like they're accepted. And it's just, and it, you know, did the opposite because everyone made fun of them and called them sluts. And it's just like, oh, it's
Yeah,
actually
they
really
did
sad.
until it was your turn in the rotation for the blowjob. And then you're like, no, it's okay.
You're not a slut, I
I'm
promise.
a slut.
Oh, no, no, afterwards. Like, people were like, oh, they did this. And then, like, it was shame after.
Yeah, well.
Well, when you're doing it, you don't shame them. Unless they like
No,
it.
exactly. Not when it's happening.
Then it's like, oh yeah, choke you fucking slut.
But when you go back to school, it's just like you remember what happened, and then everybody knows, and it's just like, you whore.
I don't think the choking starts until after high school. I don't recall anybody in high school. In fact, if I was in high school and some girl's like, I want you to choke the shit out of me, I'd be like,
Dude,
Huh?
people thought I was in a whips and chains when I was in high school because I was as gothic. Like that was literally a rumor. I had guys being like the cowboy country guys, like, are you actually into whips and chains? And I'm like, are you fucking serious right now?
are you
So,
actually into
yeah.
jerking off horses for money, cowboy? Like, is that what you're doing? Like, or are you just wearing the
It's like,
fucking
oh.
hat to look like a dipshit?
They couldn't wear their hats to school.
See, yeah, I remember we had rednecks, and they all drank Mountain Dew, unless they were dipping in school. Then they drank Dr. Pepper because you couldn't see the spit in the Dr. Pepper bottle.
Ah, makes sense. Would they actually be drinking Dr. Pepper though, or would they just
They
have a
drink
Dr.
about
Pepper
half
bottle?
of it. They drink just enough of it to where they can start spitting back into it, and they knew how to like do it to where they like kind of like it looked like they're drinking it, but they're not. The teachers probably knew. They just don't give a fuck, you know.
That's one thing though. Like anyone who dips, just do that. Like no one wants to see your disgusting dip spit. If you're dipping, I mean, if you're spitting into a clear bottle, you're fucking disgusting. Stop
Yeah.
it.
You ever
And I'm,
you ever
I
pick,
am projecting because
ever-
I've seen this.
well have you ever
and
picked up the wrong beer can?
No, thank the
Oh,
Lord.
Yep, I have once.
Ugh, that's gross.
The
I mean,
per-
like, yeah, like, fuck it up. Like, don't make it look like it's just a regular can. Like,
So
press
yeah,
it
so
in.
my thing with beer cans was I wouldn't pull the tab off because everybody pulled the tab off. I'd turn it 90 degrees clockwise. So I knew it was my beer. Well, unknowingly, another guy did the same thing for his spit can. So I immediately like,
His beer worth just that I was one of the Manson spooky kids. I mean,
That's
Good
funny,
kind
Russian.
of. Not terribly. I mean, I was like the same personality as I am now, really. I just wore black shit, but that's
you-
hilarious.
did
Sorry.
did you know Marilyn has 2 of his ribs removed?
I
People
was gonna say,
me,
was
Avril
it a
Lavigne.
Mudvayne Spooky Kids?
No, Avril Lavigne. Now you're not. That's not really. Is that goth or is that punk?
See,
Pop
that's
punk.
and like I fucking hated it when people called me Avril Lavigne because I'm like, fuck off, man. Like she's. I
Avril
don't know if
Lavigne's
she actually does that or not.
Avril
Like,
Lavigne's life isn't a dark room like mine. Okay.
okay, I wasn't quite like that. I just liked wearing black shit.
If
like,
anything, I don't know. Insert lead singer from Flyleaf's name, and
I actually hated any label anyone put me on. I was like, fucking stop it. Like I just like wearing weird shit. Like just let me fucking live. Fuck these labels.
I'm Charlie.
And then
I'm not goth girl. I'm Charlie. Okay.
like I don't know what gothic means actually, because you look at like gothic and it's
Well,
it's,
so
it's so much
goth
shit.
was
and I'm
weird.
like, I
Even
don't
when I was
really
in
know
high
what it
school,
means.
I think it
Typical
also
goth kid.
it's also
To say
changed. When I was in
It's.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say typical goth kid to say it's not a style, it's an architecture. Don't call me goth.
Look, I'm goth.
I don't know
I'm
what
not
it
a face
means.
model.
Like there's so many things. I'm like I just like wearing black, man. Like
See, we didn't have when I was in high school. You didn't really have. I think maybe like freshman year, you had like kind of the Jinko jean goth kind of people, and then it slowly transformed into like people that didn't know would call them goth, but in reality they were like it was the beginning of emo.
mm-hmm.
And then
I was like what like 2005,
this would have been 5,
2006.
yeah,
was
6. I
around that
graduated at 06, 6 of 06. You want to get goth on it? What up? Thanks to a couple snow days. 6 of 06, and we loved it. Our senior song was supposed to be "Bring 'Em Out" by was that Jay-Z, and they wouldn't let us do it, so it ended up being like was it the reunion song by Lone Star or some shit? I don't know. But yeah. So 06, like you had emo, like 04, 05, you started seeing people be like emo. And then my senior year, some of the emo kids started to like go deeper into the emo thing, which didn't really have a name then. And then like a year later, it turned into like scene kids, and then
That's
like,
what
and
I
then like
was.
goth emo
And now
kids.
that's goth.
Yeah.
My ex had the duck ass haircut, like the Russell Brand thing kind of going on after we
Oh.
broke up, and like that was around that time
yeah.
where like scene things started
Yeah.
happening. It was just
The,
like
the big thing was for guys to wear black girl jeans.
dude,
I had the duck
him and his
haircut.
new girlfriend would wear each other's jeans.
Yeah.
His mom complained about it.
Was it so you like the
You know,
duck haircut? You're talking about like the swoosh, like the.
Yeah, like the swoosh, and then like in the back it would be like all like crazy, but in the front it would be flat, like Russell Brand did when he was first making his
Well,
specials.
yeah, I know the scene kids were around in the late '90s. It's all cyclical, right? Like,
there's
And maybe
always scene kids. There's always
just
emo kids.
and Womb
maybe
knows
like
his.
the wording is recycled, but I don't know if that like with like I just think of the girls with the big bows in their hair with like the
Coontail.
cheetah print and like zebra stripe highlights and
Oh yeah,
shit like that. That's what
yeah.
I think when I hear scene.
I'm trying to
They
think. I
had the
can't.
raccoon tail hanging from like 3 belts hanging off them.
Oh god.
No, yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like the
They
emo
do shit like
girls would wear like they had like pixie cuts when I was like a senior, and would wear like just whatever like the shit from Hot Topic was with like the car seatbelt buckle belt.
I had multiple of those.
I loved those. I
Oh,
love the Coca-Cola ones that they sold at the buckle.
I was a belt dude, but obviously, if you can guess, I wasn't seatbelt buckle belt. I was like LED banner, like programmable LED banner belt, and I always put shit like place forehead here, or my go-to number one stunner with a soft A at the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit of a dipshit as a kid. My
I
wife
was
would
just
say I was an
weird.
asshole in high
I
school.
liked girls, but then I like did like the goth stuff. I was kind of all over the place.
No, you could do like a goth girl. Just go like all black with like red rubies in it.
I had
And
I had
fangs.
friends call me a cartoon character because I just wore denim jeans and a black shirt every day. They were
True.
like, "You're like a cartoon.
True. I mean, that's
You wear
very
the
that's
same
very
thing."
like Doug funny of you, right? Like,
And I was like, it's not the same fucking shit, you assholes. It's different shirts and pants every day. And they're like, yeah, but it's like, basically the same things. Fuck off.
yeah, who knows? Well, so got a new segment to try out for you guys. We don't have a name yet. I don't have intro music. We're gonna try this out. So if you have Instagram, go check out the account Mugshotties.
Oh my god, I love that page.
It's essentially like hot to semi-hot chicks mugshots, and most of the time it's just a very like, DUI, a lot of DUIs, a lot of DUIs.
I can
and-
fix her.
a lot of DUIs and smeared makeup, So, what I thought would be funny is I'm gonna pull one up. It'll just say like whatever the charge is. And we gotta think about like what actually happened to get this arrest. Bit of a storytelling, I guess you'd say, or would it be role playing? I guess, but like storytelling, right?
Like a mystery game.
Yeah, kind of
There's
like
been a few that are from Albuquerque that end up on that page, and it's always fucking hilarious because I went to high school with them, and I can look up the exact charges of what happened, and then
Oh,
go to their
shit.
Facebook and get like a play-by-play of them complaining about their arrest. It
Nice.
is so fucking fun.
So, audience, think of a name for this segment, and I'll try to get some like music or something funny for it. But on the first ever Mug Shorties review, I don't know what we're gonna call it, but here we go. Oh, sorry.
Aggravated assault.
Arrested for aggravated assault. For audio
She
listeners,
beat the shit out of her boyfriend.
but why? Why did she beat this? Well, first off, before we get into this, for the audio listeners, it is a young lady of, I don't know, Spanish and Asian,
Hispanic?
perhaps?
Native American and Hispanic, possibly.
They're not dreadlocks, they're like the braids. Charlie, what would you call that? Like her hair.
Box braids.
Yeah, I think box braids. is
Box
what they're
braids,
called.
okay. Several piercings in her nose, a lot of dangly shit in her ears.
Really shit from the hair.
Yeah, but
She has an inner like the smiley piercing too. If you like zoom in on that,
Oh,
The
on her inner
what?
lip.
the smiley piercing, the one like
Oh, right
inside,
here.
like
Yeah.
Ugh.
Really,
That's
it
really
really
bad for your
it's
teeth.
for massaging the top of the shaft. Right during the blowjob. She also has a skull and crossbones tattooed on her throat. Again, audio listeners, I will post this picture and the relevant pictures on Instagram tomorrow. I'll try to find some. I'll see if I can find a picture of me with my grill. If I could, that'd be fucking golden. It's gonna become my profile picture. Actually, it won't be because I didn't have a beard then. I had no chin. Um, and she's got, I'm assuming, fake eyelashes,
Yeah, those are not real.
dead eyes.
Xanax eyes.
And what
I
what
mean,
are these eyes, Charlie? You're talking
would you
about
not
this.
have dead eyes in your mugshot, though?
I mean, maybe not.
She feels nothing for about what she did.
Maybe not dead. Unremorseful eyes, which might be part of
Sanpuku
the story.
eyes, is what Sarah would
What
say.
what are they called?
Sanpuku?
Sampuku eyes, which where you don't see white all around, right?
It's when it's called. It breaks down to 3 whites. It's so when you can see white from the left and right side of the eye, and then also the bottom.
Okay.
And some people actually think like it's like a superstition that this person will have an early demise.
Well, I mean, her eyelids. So I'm going Asian. No creases in the eyelids, or minimal crease in the eyelids.
She has a crease.
She's got one crease in her eyelids. They're very Asian. They're very almond shaped. You know.
Yeah, but that's like
Some might
also
say a bit
Middle
slanted.
Eastern, too.
Multiple face tattoos.
Multiple face tattoos. She's got one underneath her right eye, and then one on each temple, from what I can see.
She's got a little bit of a lazy eye too.
Well, I'm wondering if she's not.
You know what? It happens to the best of us, okay?
Yeah, I'm wondering if she might be intoxicated or under an influence. But she's
Sometimes this happens.
arrested for aggravated assault. Obviously, she beat the shit out of her boyfriend and/or girlfriend.
I can fix her.
I'm getting a non-binary partner vibe from her. You know, very fluid.
Yeah. No, she has a gangster boyfriend who's a drug dealer.
Oh yeah, he's
I'm
slinging.
thinking it might be like a family member.
Oh, she like
beat the shit
beat
out
the
of.
shit out of a cousin or something for calling her like a hood rat.
No, like her mom or some shit.
A brother.
I don't know. She seems like she came from a home where her mom's pretty mean with the flip-flop game.
Which is exactly why she would try to beat the shit out of her when she gets older.
Ooh, her sister possibly.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the hair coming out, from the top. It looks like maybe somebody pulled the fuck out of her hair and then pulled it out of the braids.
Okay, so maybe like a cat fight,
Ooh, bar fight possibly.
bar fight. Actually, now you mentioned that, she does give me kind of like.
I mean, but she's in a
beef
hoodie, which is strange. Why would she wear a
Because-
hoodie?
because they made her put on a hoodie because she is a stripper and got in a cat fight with another stripper.
That's stretching. I don't know if I don't know. If
I no, yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
She's under black lights. It all looks hot, right? Like, ooh, dangerous chick with a bunch of tattoos. Mugshot, like, ooh, dangerous chick with a bunch of fucking tattoos.
Yeah, I see stripper, but it could also be like one of those crop top hoodies,
Could be.
that like hood rat girls wear.
I just thought by the time that they were taking mud shots, they were in like, well, I guess you are in your regular clothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
here.
She got arrested. On the way out, they're like, you need to put something on. You can't like wear your stripper shit. So she's probably wearing like a hoodie and like sweatpants, and
Yeah.
Crocs. Whatever.
Yeah, wait. What shoes is she wearing right now?
She's wearing Crocs for sure.
I just like how she comes with her own toxicity label, where it's like she lets you know what's coming towards you.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm
I
going.
mean,
I'm going stripper cat fight.
I'm in love.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I can definitely fix this chick, right?
I can fix her.
A man can dream.
What do you think, Charlie? What do you think got her locked up?
I think it was family, like I said before. I think she got into a fight with a family member and they called the cops on her ass.
But why? Why the fight?
Stealing?
I mean, there's a plethora of things. Yeah, stealing. They don't like the boyfriend. Who knows? I mean, the mom could have fucked the boyfriend at that. I mean, who knows? There's just so many scenarios you can make up.
Okay, so Charlie's going with mom fucks boyfriend. Did she walk in on mom fucking boyfriend?
Not necessarily, but maybe finding it out after the fact.
Like the hoodie,
Like a Jerry Springer shit.
she's coming home from a long shift at Big Earl's gold mine, and with her stack of ones or twos. I don't know if they changed the twos out or if they just deposit those in the bank. Um, Comes into her trailer,
$2 bills.
right? Most strip clubs I go
I'd
into,
take them.
they make you. A lot of strip clubs I've gone into, you gotta like change out your ones for twos, so you can't scam them.
Interesting.
Granted, it's been a very long time since I've been in a strip club, so I can't really say. But $2 bills might still have been in circulation at that point. It's okay. So she comes into the trailer. Boyfriend's fucking mom. Mom's fucking boyfriend to get free drugs or something. You know. I can see that.
I say her boyfriend was in the shower. She went through his phone, found something. He got out of the shower. She started beating the fuck out of him. And that's why she doesn't look remorseful.
Yeah, we've all
Or
been
either
there.
that or she thinks he was cheating on her, never went through his phone, and just started beating the fuck out of him for no reason because and started blaming it on astrology or some shit.
There you go. So, people watching, put in the comments what you think her aggravated assault charge was for. Or maybe next episode we'll go circle back and see who's got the best response to this one. So, but again, also try to find like a title for this segment, you know, and also go follow Mugshotties on Instagram. If we're gonna use their hard work, we need to definitely give them a shout out. Maybe tell them we sent you. I'll clip this, and people can go like, "Oh, this is a fun." It's either, "Oh, that's a fun game," or we get a cease and desist. So either way, it's all press, right?
Yeah, right? Advertising, baby.
Yeah, showbiz, baby. So, anyways, you already know the drill. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Go to iTunes, rate, and leave a review. Tell your friends. We have not had a new review in a very long time. So, come on, guys. Don't be lazy.
Review me.
Review this shit. Yeah. Charlie just wants to, review me. Review me harder, Daddy. That's what I tell everybody when I ask about if they've listened to the show. Also, go to Spotify, leave a 5-star. That's all we need. Go check out our sponsor, repcps.com, promo code Nooner for 10% off. Jake's got the Skinny Dip and Bong Rips hat.
Hell yeah.
I've actually got the same one on tonight. So,
Hell yeah.
because I keep buying hats from them, and then people come over and steal them. So I've got about 6 or 7 hats that are just fucking gone. And by the way, I have to buy those. Like, come on, people. Like, I know they're a sponsor. I don't get them for free, though. Jesus. I got a really awesome...
Very good hats, though.
I know. I had a really dope beanie that was free hugs and butt plugs. Like, one of my wife's friends come over. She's like, "Oh, that's funny," and just, like, takes it. She wears it a lot, though, which is hilarious.
At least there's that.
So, yep. So go do all that. Help the page out. Again, this has been the Nooner Nation.